Howdy everyone, welcome to the Yellow City Rundown. This show is geared to looking at the top headlines and events over the Panhandle and the Yellow City, lovely Amarillo. We look at weekly headlines and we try to go in depth more than our regular headline video can do and more than some of our other CTV content can do. So let's take a look at our top headlines for the week of October 13th through 17th. Our major headline this week is the water agreement between Fermi America and the City of Amarillo. And also, Amarillo National Bank is helping those in need during the government shutdown. And we have Halloween coming up in the next 2 weeks, and we have events beginning to circle in, including trick-or-treats and stuff like that. So we'll get into that. The water agreement between Fermi and the City of Amarillo was approved for the first reading on Tuesday. According to what we have from a meeting we had with Cole Stanley before the regular city council meeting, Fermi America could use a minimum of 2.5 million gallons per day. That is what's currently set in the letter of intent and also what was currently have been talking about for the agreement. However, there is a maximum of 10 million gallons per day, which would be their maximum. But Cole was also explaining to us on how it could be from 2.5 to 10, and there also could be in between numbers that it could end up at. According to Mayor Cole Stanley, Fermi will be contributing $200 million of its own infrastructure. That includes pipes and other plumbing necessities to make that plant run. Stanley emphasized to the city that the City of Amarillo is a seller, and if the city wanted to benefit from the sale, the water could greatly help our citizens, and so to speak. However, over 30 residents spoke afterward at the city council meeting about the water agreement and Fermi during the meeting, and there were both in favor people and also not in favor. Those in favor were emphasizing jobs and overall economic impact and the location of it being right next to Pantex. And those not in favor emphasized the use of water impact on local homes and health and lack of transparency. Community liaison Trent Sizemore and Will Masters, director with Ogallala Life, spoke to myhelphinds.com about the agreement and the overall project. Sizemore emphasized that the company expects them to improve efficiency over time to recycle water. However, Masters noted to us that additional industrial demand could strain the aquifer and drive up long-term costs. The water supply agreement passed its first reading on Tuesday and is scheduled to make a second and possible final vote on October 28th. Amarillo National Bank is deferring low payments and waiving fees for employees impacted by the government shutdown. Mortgages, consumer loans, credit cards, short-term low-interest personal loans are all affected by this, and anybody that's an employee affected by the government shutdown could reach out to them for possible relief. We have more info about this on myhelphinds.com. Taking a look at our Panhandle planner, the big one is Halloween events and trick-or-treats are starting to roll in, with Halloween being a little over 2 weeks away. They're beginning next week for a lot of them, including like Pirates of the Canyon on October 28th. And we have a huge list of all these events on myhelphinds.com of all the major ones, but feel free to send us ones that you would like us to feature. Randall County 4-H Car Show is on October 18th as well. Dove Creek Equine Rescue's annual Sunset Dinner is on October 18th. And finally, the annual Boys Ranch 81st Ranch Rodeo is on October 18th. We have features as some of the kids that are in the rodeo and just an overall what the rodeo is on myhelphinds.com. Thanks to the portal text history, we could look back on October 17th, 1830 from the Amarillo Sunday News Globe. And in this issue, former Mayor E.S. Blasdell died while on a hunting trip in Arizona. He died from heart failure And the family actually sent telegrams to Amarillo to announce his passing. And that's it for our Yellow City Rundown for the week of October 13th through 17th. We will see you guys next week. And hopefully we'll talk more about Halloween in the Herring Hotel. But until then, enjoy this.